Greg Haugen in the light blue trunks, the dark blue trunks, Freddie Roach. Scheduled for 10 to be followed by the ESPN Soloflex Junior Middleweight Championship. Scheduled for 12, Roman George and Darnell Knox. That should be a real good fight. Southpaw against the right-hander.
Step back clean now. Watch your
South
head.
versus
Watch your
North.
True.
Come on, punch out.
Boy, it's been rough on the inside. Heads together, wrestling, elbows, shoulders.
And I think that's to the benefit of Haugen. A little stronger on the inside. There's always the question of cuts with Roach. And I think that's what Greg Haugen wanted this fight to be. And for Freddie, Eddie Futch keeps telling him, stand back, use the jab, the straight right. Freddie's not doing it. Where is the jab of Freddie Roach? He's got a good one. I mean, we've seen it in fights before.
When we talk of the experience, you would figure the experienced man Roach would use that to his advantage. He hasn't.
Against Louis Burke in two classic fights in 1983, he used the jab well. Against Delio Palacios, against Richie Foster, against Tommy Cordova. On all those fights, we saw the jab from Freddie Roach. It helped set things up. Not seeing it tonight.
Hold it. Get out.
Freddie is off balance, Sam. When he's throwing the jab on the right, he's lunging in, and that's part of the reason why he gets so many headbutts and cuts. Good counter by Haugen.
This is round 4, scheduled for 10.
There, you can see how off balance Freddie was as he came in. He's not, you got to take a step, throw the jab, and be in position to then throw another punch. That's not the way Freddie's fighting right now.
A big factor is Freddie has been forced to back up, has not been coming in the way he's used to. Haugen has been able to back him up a little bit in this fight. His strength, and Haugen has shown good hand speed as well.
That is maybe the key surprise in this fight, how quick Haugen has been with his hands. And I think Greg Haugen has fought within himself, very disciplined fight.
Come on.
When Haugen comes in, Roach backs up. When Roach comes in, Haugen stands his ground and pulls him back.
Watch your head.
Right there. Half a minute to go in round 4.
There, look at how Roach is lunging in. He's not going to win this fight that way. He's going to get nailed with counterpunches.
Hold it.
Both fighters smile as they stop. Davey Pearl coming to the end of round 4.
Hold it.
And now Bernstein live ringside at the Showboat Sports Pavilion. This is round 5. Scheduled for 10, and the chant of Freddie goes up. Freddie. From the hometown crowd here in Las Vegas. Freddie Roach in the dark blue trunks. Al, I believe, has him behind. Yes, he does.
Greg Haugen ahead 39-37. Gave Haugen the last 2 rounds, and it's really starting to take control of this fight. To the surprise of a lot of observers here.
Hold it.
You might have heard that Freddie Roach saying to Davey Pearl he's using the elbows a lot. And it's true. Haugen's using everything. But he's also using his fist well.
He is, and right now Freddie Roach needs to concentrate on getting his own game plan working. A weak jab, and then he lunges inside again. I don't think he can win this fight that way. There's the lead right from the outside. That's where he can beat Haugen. You know, Haugen was scheduled to fight John Meekins when he fought Bumper. And I know what Meekins' plan was against Haugen, to stand on the outside, use that good, strong jab he has in the right hand, and box Haugen for a round or 2 before he could get inside. And I think that would serve Roach well also, though Roach is not as skilled a boxer as Meekins in terms of outside fighting.
Roach was scheduled to fight a southpaw in this fight. Did not come through. Had been training for a southpaw up until 5 days ago.
Was supposed to fight Brett Summers, yeah.
He feels he's in good enough shape to take the fight anyway. Haugen took this fight on just a couple of days' notice himself.
And he feels very confident. He thinks that for that sparring session with Roach, that he can win this one handily. Right now, he's fighting very well.
You heard Davey Pearl warn both fighters about the rough stuff, but it goes on. You can see Haugen leaning in with the shoulder. There's redness over the right eye of Freddie Roach. It looks like a cut is about to open up. Haugen continues to bull Roach.
This is shaping up as a typical Freddie Roach fight. And if the action picks up, it'll be that as well. We've got the holding, the clutching in the inside. Good left hook by Roach, and maybe the cut's opening. And now the action.
But Roach is coming in, continues to come in. And he's throwing his shoulder in there, too. Left hook by Haugen.
Get back.
20 seconds of the 5th round. A lot of redness over that right eye. It's about to open up as we come to the end of round 5. Haugen pulling Roach throughout the fight. Top Rank Boxing moves to Wheeling, West Virginia next week. And headlining the card is the Canadian light heavyweight champion, Donnie Lalonde, a very, very enjoyable fighter who we've had on last year in Merrillville, Indiana. He'll be going against Jamie Howe. It will be blacked out in Wheeling. So if you're in the Wheeling, West Virginia area, get out to see that fight. Should be a great night of Top Rank Boxing.
As they say on the game show, come on down.
Pushing and shoving continues. Blood coming from the nose of Freddie Roach.
Eddie Futch again with some very fine instructions to Roach, saying you're leaping in, which is what I talked about earlier. Get your distance and step in with your punches. Don't lunge in.
And they mix it up right above us. But meanwhile, despite those instructions, Roach really hasn't followed through on them.
No, he hasn't. And that's, see there again, he lunges in with the jab and goes inside. Some of these rounds are pretty close. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that while Freddie Roach is a favorite with the fans here in Las Vegas, to be blunt, he's not been a favorite with the judges. He's had many, many close decisions, and more than 50% of them have gone against him. He's lost some very, very tough fights that some people thought he could have won here.
Heads continue to bang together. Nose is bleeding for Freddie Roach. A cut is about to open up over that right eye. There's a lot of redness. In fact, it has opened up just a little bit. A nick over the right eye in the corner. Length of fight. Roach's fights have been going a little longer than Haugen, who has 5 knockouts. Haugen has gone 10 rounds twice to win decisions, and once he's gone 8 rounds to win a decision.
Freddie Roach has been 10 rounds 16 times in his career. And he's been the 12-round limit twice. So he's used to going the distance.
Roach wipes his eye, looks at the glove, and sees the blood. Seen that many times before.
All right, hold it, get up.
You know, Sam Haugen has not been that busy.
No. It's an occasional punch. Good left hook there. Haugen getting the better of it on the inside. End of round 6. And Freddie Roach heads back into the corner. Eddie Futch stepping up into the ring. A great veteran trainer.
Better round. You got to pick it up. You got to go after this guy. You got to pick up the slang with that left jab.
Work your way in with your jab in your right hand and then start throwing those hooks when you get inside. Okay. Body, head, double and triple hook.
Right there.
Freddie Roach on the inside, running into all kinds of trouble. There he walks into the counter left hand by Haugen. Why? Because he's lunged in.
Round 7. Haugen is undefeated. Looking confident.
I think the only thing that can hurt Haugen right now is if he has these lapses, which he's had in the last couple rounds, where he has to stop punching for a while.
Check out scorecard.
However, I still have Haugen ahead 59-56 in this fight.
Get out, get out.
He got it a little bit wider. 59-55, but yes, Haugen seems to be the man dictating the course of this fight to this point. Part of that left hook glanced off the glove of Roach, but part of it landed, and a good combination. Good right hand by Haugen. Let's see how he follows up, if he follows up. He does follow up. A good left hook. Rocks Freddie Roach.
You know, it's the combination punching of Haugen that we haven't seen before. Another good counter left hook by Greg.